You hear me? I was having nightmares that I was in a war zone. People was telling me, no, man, it's not a war zone. It's Disneyland. Come on, man. Come on now. I feel it's my responsibility to be, well, at least to be a barometer. You know what I'm saying? An actual measurement for where we are, family. Like I said, I don't want to get so deep. I don't want to be that one that gets so deep into this stuff that I can't deal with reality. That's not cool for me. That's not cool for me. You know what I'm saying? But some people be like, reality is, some people just can't take the real. Now I'm not one of those. I could take the real. And I could find a way to build from what's real and not imaginary. So, shouts out to everybody that joined the show. I see Brother Kwame is already up as usual. The Daily Toasters are holding it down. My shirt is wrinkled. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, man, I dragged myself, and I'm so glad that I shut down the show when I did, because we could have been talking for the rest of the night. But I knew I had to get up and celebrate my ancestors. So, family, let's get it. First off, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simmer production. This show that you're listening to now is called The Daily Toast, where we take our time to salute our personal ancestors. And I am Brother Hatim, the brother in the Rico Daily Toaster shirt. And it's a Heart of a Simmer production. Yes, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Yesterday somebody told me the music was too high, Brother Hatim. The music's too high, brother.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Raise your glass and pour some water. Raise your glass and pour some water. Raise your glass and pour some water. Raise your glass. Drink. Move your body, drink some water. Ouch. Move your body, drink some water. Oh. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body. But drink. Lift, pour, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass. Drink. Toast, then drink. Shouts out to Masilo, I see you out there. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Man, all I can say is great Nia to all of you. To all of you, family. We are less than 8 likes away from 500, and my goal for a long time has been to hit 500. So help your brother out, like and share the page so we get people in here, like and share this so people get up on here and we could get that 500. I could leave y'all alone for about a month. Now I'm just fucking with you. I ain't gonna leave y'all alone, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you get the idea. Make sure y'all, those that still interested, we got the Daily Toaster t-shirt. Of course, I only got them in black. You know what I'm saying? Now, Miss CeeLo want different colors, so I'm gonna have to go on and make that happen. I just gotta find me a supplier that's gonna be able to meet what I need. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they be trying to charge out the nose for different color shirts. And I'm like, yo, I bought one set. That's it. I bought one set so our people could see where we is heading with it. All right, so what else is it? What else is it? What else is it? So once again, if you didn't get a chance to check out the show last night, I see that it's broken up on Facebook, right? So it's two broadcasts. So it dropped the signal, then it picked back up. That's why I'm telling y'all, the Spreaker or YouTube, like I said, we're going on multiple platforms now. So all you got to do is just, you know what I'm saying, when one is acting up, jump to another. But one that we rarely have issues with, at least on their end or on even the cable people's end, on my end, the one that we have the least amount of trouble with is Spreaker. So check us out at Spreaker.com/Hatem, or just download the app. And I'm working on the iOS because I see how many of my folks got those expensive Samsungs. Apple phone. I'm sorry, Samsung slipped out. I'm just, all right, so let me finish drinking my water. So what I need to do is put on some water drinking. Well, I ain't gonna put on no music this time. What I want to do is I want to share something that I wanted to share the other day. I know this is gonna cause some problems, but hell, what's life without some problems? You know what I'm saying? What's good without some bad? What's up without some down? This is Bruce Lipton, and he's talking about you are what you eat. So I'm gonna play. I think this is what I wanted to share. All right, let me make sure. I want to open up another tab. Okay, I got a tab open up already. All right, cool. I wanted to share this, but for some reason, it's not sounding like what I wanted to share. Bruce Lipton wrote a book called, I can't remember the I can't remember the name of the book. But I'm going to find exactly where it was. And I'm going to let y'all hear that while we sip on this water, knock it out. Real good video. But he starts off in the beginning.
Hi, dear friends and cultural creatives. Bruce Lipton back again with the monthly newsletter. You may be asking monthly about new advances in frontier science that are influencing the way we live on this planet and the evolution that we're facing. And now, Dr. Funk here. Some circles know
here we go.
The future will hold for us. Thank you so much. Hi, Dr. Funk here. Some circles known as Bruce Lipton. Welcome to the bowels of my laboratory. Today, I got a great story for you. Many times science is just about minutiae details that are totally uninteresting to the general public. But I have an article today that is going to change the world. And it's about a new understanding of what is called microRNAs. Don't go away yet. It's not that serious. Let me just tell you about it. Here's what it's all about. Once, a long time ago, we thought that genes controlled life. And then there new research that information that I was pioneering over 45 years ago, my stem cell cultures, have now revealed a new science of genetics called epigenetics, which simply means epi above genetics, information and control above genetics. We find that the environment is translated by the cell, and that environmental information is then used to select and activate the genes. So this is really cool, and this is epigenetics, and yet we find out, well, what is it that actually alters the readout of the genes? Well, that's where the microRNAs come in. Now we find that the microRNAs are actually epigenetic mechanisms. The microRNAs bind to the chromosomes and alter the readout of the genes, so that a single gene program can be modified to create thousands of different kinds of proteins from the same blueprint based on this epigenetic modification. For the longest time, we thought if we just eat food, our digestive system breaks down that food, and the cooking will break down living things, or freezing and all that will neutralize all the aspects of the food so that we can use just food as building blocks. However, something new was found, and this is about the microRNA. It turns out that the microRNA molecules in the food we eat is picked up by our digestive system and transferred to our own cells and regulates our own genetics. So all of a sudden the concept of what you eat, you become, actually has a scientific foundation to it. It says that we alter our own genetic readout by the food we eat. This study by Valchereau and Choupeau were studying the uptake of microRNAs from rice in diets of an Asian diet. And what they found was that the microRNAs were not broken down in the digestive system. They were picked up intact from the food, transported across the wall of the gut, and then they enter the blood of our biology, our body. Well, this becomes really, really relevant in a world where we are now playing with genetically modified foods, because we're going to be picking up epigenetic microRNAs that we have no knowledge about, that have never really been in our diet or on our planet before. What is the consequence of altering our genetics with unknown microRNAs? Well, we're soon going to find out about that. And here's a very important point about the microRNAs. No matter if you cook the food, you freeze the food, the microRNAs are very small molecules and very stable. And these molecules don't break down, so that you always are getting active genetic regulating molecules from the food you eat. Good idea now to think about, what are you eating? And the whole concept really says, for the better world and the better of humanity and the better health for yourself, we must return back to more natural foods. Eating organic foods whenever possible. Eating foods that are not grown in petrochemical environments, because those chemical informations from the petrochemicals alter the genetic readout, which in turn alters the microRNAs. The food you eat has a profound influence on your biology, your genetics, and your health. And now we find that this is not just now it's a scientific fact. We know that information molecules
like I wanted it to. It's supposed to stop right there. But family, you heard the man, right? So now this dude wrote a book. I read the book about it's the biology of belief. He wrote a book called The Biology of Belief, and it was a big seller, man. And it was. I read that shit about 3 times. And he talks about, he was one of the ones that introduced the whole idea of epigenetics to the culture, not into our culture in general, but boom, he was if not the first, well, he was the first one I saw talking about epigenetics and how the environment can influence genes and how your thoughts influence your genes and stuff like that. So, a peaking of which when can my queen and I get our green leaf from? We're gonna have to work on that this weekend. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell Clee when he come out the shower, cause we woke up late, so he ain't had time to get the stuff on. We're gonna get on those greens. So that piece right there, the whole epigenetics and the RNA, the microRNA, that's some beautiful stuff, family. And that means we still in the game. We still in the game. Those of us that's eating healthy, you know what I'm saying, or at least trying. You know what I'm saying? So but let me see. We got Sister Navita up here. I guess Sister Navita like the YouTube. Because it's the second time you've been on YouTube, sis. But I'm glad you're using it. But yo, so here we go. First off, give an honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call it creator. We call that great force in, even though we know it's already always around. So we lift up our glass and we salute that great power by whatever name you choose. And we say Ashe. From there, we move to our powerful list that's been compiled over, well, at least the larger list over the last 2 years. I've been compiling mine for quite a while. So we're going to go and we're going to read Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosie Lee Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L., Nomo X, Pat Meyer, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ageni, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Burford, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxter brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley, Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rinderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Augusta Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Johns Watson, Sparrow Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Imatette Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Bring greens for the ooh. Man, I don't say that every week, but maybe I do. But I'm gonna get Cleve on it. Man, look, all those greens I had last time, I couldn't eat them all, man. They went bad. I know. The Friedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scannell, Barry Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Marco Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Al Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Quinlan and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Howsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Jan Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nana Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mae Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Statton, Joel, Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bette Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Mirelle Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed. If it did not dawn on you to share with those of us who love, oh man, C was so set on making us pay for our next fix that you all those, no. They got locked in the room. I couldn't get to the greens. Now, hold on, let me finish saluting the ancestors before you start tripping about the greens. You know I got a good reason, right? So I'm going to let you go. All right, hold on. Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Mazarine Coper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards, McNabb, Ann Ferguson, and William Ferguson. All right, we lift up our glass to those ancestors and we say, Ashe, man, listen, I don't know if you remember this, but when we was there, when you came, I had the greens. I went to my room to try to find the greens, but the greens were not in my room. My partner took them and locked them in another room. So by the time the person got there with the keys to get the greens out, you was gone. Everybody that needed the greens were gone. So I had all these greens. So I bought the greens home. We kept them fresh as long as we can. I made salad. I even made, you know what I'm saying? But it was after Kuumba, you know what I'm saying? It's like boom. Well, and then we went into Amani, and I didn't really hook up with nobody. After Amani, I wasn't pushing out no inferior products. I'm sorry. Oh my God, here we go. Oh God. All right. So you know what they say, Kwame, when you grab a tiger by the tail, you better have a plan, brother. I'll see you tomorrow. Nia. Today is Nia. We're going to toast this moment. We're in a moment. Today is Nia. For those that don't speak the language, that's the day of purpose. The demonic principle is balance. Color is yellow. I mean, the wrinkles kind of falling out, but I asked for apologies. I asked for your, I apologize for the wrinkled shirt. But, like I said, I was running behind time, so wrinkled shirt or later show. The Hermetic law today is rhythm. The male name is Kofi. Female name is Afua. What's up, Afua? How you doing? All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Christine, you just gonna get on here and just throw gas on. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, here we go. Emotional Emancipation Circles, African Center Cultural Virtue and Value System. Today we are in Wolof, we on Mandu, being appreciative of what you have, not envious of others. Akan Ethics, Justice, and T2 Endurance. Remember the 6 emotions: mad, sad, and scared, powerful, peaceful, and joyful. Use your feelings as messengers to help you get to where you need. Read comments from Facebook. I can't see them anymore. So they were on there. Okay, I want some greens too. So they're basically clowning me about the fact that I wasn't able to get the greens for the meeting last week. And that's cool. You know, I understand. I failed. You know, he said I sound like Nomo did when I told Nomo one day, praise white Jesus, and he damn near choked. It froze him. He could not. He had no response. You know, that's an inside joke. You know, but anyway, what else? Miss Christine is egging them on. Oh, she wants some greens too. So I'll let Cleve know because they're gonna be out there cutting. They're gonna be cutting on the towers inside as well as getting some stuff outside, and we're gonna have to start preparing. As winter comes, we're going to be out there preparing the fields. Well, not the fields, the little plots that we have. All right, so we raise up our glass and we salute the moment because the moment is all we got. We got to get busy. We need to build. All right, family. And Cleve will be in touch about these greens because remember, we're having warrior training tomorrow. So come on out. I got a brother coming out. He's going to be teaching some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just got to get that money together, and we'll have some other stuff popping off. And either way, y'all always know if you do come out, we have a good time, have a good discussion. Brother Shamal always has he always has a very creative game that the young people could play in the mixture with the fitness aspect of what we doing. Brother Kwame come out there and be, he said, no more went apocalyptic. Well, he got quiet, and if those that know Nomo, it's hard. It's hard to get Nomo quiet, man. I mean, it's like it froze him. It's like I shot him with a tranquilizer dart when I said that. It was incredible. Black Woman is tomorrow too. Okay. So, and then we have Kwame. Kwame, can you and Christine promote the movie in class? I'm going to make it. Black Woman is tomorrow too at the health department. So, actually, I should have had a text going out about that on my... CeeLo, did you ever get a text about the Black Woman thing from me? Because I set up... Matter of fact, I need to check because I need to make sure that the black signal is working because I put that and there was supposed to be a text going out about that. So there's the Black Woman thing tomorrow at the health department. CeeLo, if you could put up a little bit more description up there for people that might be interested. Now, for some reason, people can't see. I was told that people will be able to see the total timeline. So if you posted something on Facebook, they'll be able to see it on all the other platforms. Or if you posted it on, YouTube, Kwame, Miss Navita says, can you and Christine promote the movie in class? Because she's not gonna make it tonight. This is Sister Navita. What are the requirements to attend the warrior training? Come on out. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Come on out. Come on out. I think I got it earlier this week. Thank you. All right, cool. So it did go out. I'm not sure I will be there tonight in class and might be a little late tomorrow to warrior training as I have one of the babies a tutor. Cool. All right. So family, raise up the glass and praise a moment because I see my family out here getting busy. We getting texts from Facebook. We getting texts from YouTube. Now we got to build up some of our watches on Periscope. But you know, persistence, consistency, right? We lift up our glass and we salute the present moment because in this moment we will build and we will create something magnificent to pass on to our children. Legacy, 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 right? So we lift up our glass, we say Ashe, we move from there to the future generations. We toast our children, our children's children on to infinity, right? And we say Ashe. From there we move on and we toast all of our relations. We'll send, have them come. Have them come. Now, we won't be having drum and dance this week. We won't be having drum and dance this week. So we'll do that 2 weeks from now. So he could come. He old enough. I already told you that. I told you that. Right? And you come too. Right? So we lift up our glass and we salute all of our relations. We also salute, we also take the time to do this selfish toast right here, family. What is it that we need? What do you need? You know what I'm saying? What do you need? We do a lot of saluting and a lot of working for other people, but sometimes we got to stop and fulfill some of the things that we need. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. And last but not least, family, I salute the most powerful being in the room. You know who that is? That's you. Toast. I toast you. Say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. This is Brother Hatim. I want to remind you that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Welcome to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is Heart of Summer Production. Of course, we just finished the Daily Toast. And you know what? I'm going to sip on this before I blow it up. Now it's ready. I'm going to mix in the ginseng. I'm going to mix in the Kwame mix. I'm going to mix in the red. Well, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. All right, family, I'm out.